Alright, welcome to my, let's say, update or preview, let's say, of the version 6.74 for Dota 1. I have to say, first of all, it's not only for Dota 1 or for Classic Dota. This changes, this is a stable version. IceFrog, is calling it stable version. So everything what you actually are, gonna watch here will be implemented to Dota 2. Gameplay changes, heroes, changes, fixes, bugs, nerfs, buffs, everything will be at some time will be in Dota 2. So definitely important thing to watch it or understand it. What's gonna come Dota 2 in Dota 1, it's already there. Definitely a lot of changes. Invoker, Nerubian Assassin, Naga Siren, gameplay changes, Fog of War, everything is there. First stage are heroes, second one maybe more the gameplay changes. So right now I have to warn you, because this is as you can see, a very long video. I couldn't really do it slowly. I'll be very, some heroes will get more time, some hero will get just 10 seconds and he's gone, because some changes are bigger, some changes are smaller. Definitely the bigger changes like Invoker, maybe Darkseer, Nerubian Assassin, Naga Siren, these changes, definitely I am covering it with more time. Lower changes, maybe just decreasing some cooldowns, mana cost, I'm giving it just 20 seconds and that's it. So yeah, a long video, but I just wanted to, if Invoker and other things wouldn't be there, just normal patch fixes, I wouldn't be doing this. But I think this is just so crucial update and so big, or in my opinion, with some heroes, and it's a stable version, that I just need to put out something, my perspective, or at least a preview for it. So yeah, it took a lot of longer time, and if you want gonna watch it, I'm okay with that, because it's just so long video. And yeah, it's very fast paced, but I'm covering important things. They are definitely covered there. Okay, let's start. We are starting with the Alchemist. His armor was increased by 1, and another change is the unstable concoction max damage, which is before you are basically charging that spell. It's a stun that you are charging and then targeting enemy hero. It can even stun you if you don't cast it in that charging time, which is 5 seconds, let's say. So if you cast it just before you are gonna get stunned, you are red basically, it does the max damage, which was increased by the scaling 10, 20, 30 and 40 for level 4. So now it's 130, 200, 270, and on level 4 it's 340. So definitely pretty nice improvement for the Alchemist, I have to say. Not really game breaking, but it's nice to have the Alchemist definitely boosted. So next hero that I'll be talking about will be Batrider. There's one thing changed. The Flame Break is now targeted AoE spell. As you can see, you will target it on area. It travels 900 speed, which is 150 more than the previous spell, and it pushes everything in that area away. So now it's much more wild spell than before it was. Fuck. Okay, next hero that I'll be talking about will be Bone Fletcher. His ulti was buffed and that packed, and now the damage is increased very little. Only level 2 of that ultimate damage is increased by 0.5%. What is important to say is that HP bonus increases much more. It's actually previously it was 50, 60, 70, now it's 50, 65 and 80. So level 3 was boosted by 10%, which means if you are stealing creep with 800 HPs on level 3, it will give you 600 HPs. Previously it was of course 500. So that's the change for the Bone Fletcher. Bristleback, he's got only one thing improved, that is Quill Spray damage cap increased from 180 to 220. What it means is the maximum damage, you're stacking the Quill Spray damage on them. So you're starting with initial level 4, let's say initial 80 damage, and they're stacking 30 damage. So every time you cast a Quilling Spray, it's 80, next one 110, and next one 140, next one is 170, 200, and the fifth one will be 220. That's the max. And next one after that, of course, will be 220 again, 220, 220. This was pretty decent buff, I have to say, because, you know, with the bristleback you are casting it every single second that you are in action, and you are getting to those higher, you know, quilling spray, or the cap of the quilling spray, so definitely a good improvement. You know, 40 damage is a lot, every single, you know, 2 seconds. That is good improvement for bristleback. Next hero will be Centaur Warchief. His improvement is that return base damage increase from 16 to 16, 18, 20, 22. So it was not scaling, now it's scaling by 2. 16 again, 18, 20, 22. The next thing improved is his ultimate, which is Great Fortitude, and the strange bonus increased from the previously it was 12, 24, 36. And right now, I have to say this is a pretty decent improvement for the Centaur Warchief. It's 15, 30 and 45, so it's scaling by 3, 6 and 9. But you know, there's a difference between 36 on level 16 and 45 on level 16 of strange, you know, bonus. So I have to say that's a definitely nice improvement for Centaur Warchief. Very nice. Clockwork is next. Only changes the power clock, and the HP and mana drain increase from 55, 70, 80, 100 to 60, 90, 120, 150, which is definitely a nice improvement. As we know, the cogs locks people in, and if they are around you, and other people basically pushes away and steal their mana and HPs. So the increase is definitely pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, Crystal Maiden is next, and there's one more thing. Freezing Field, which is hers ultimate. AoE is the area effect, increased by 100, which means it covers much more larger area. And there's the addition to that Explosion AoE adjusted to keep damage probabilities equivalent. Now Darkseer is next, and this is definitely one of the, you know, bigger updates about Darkseer. He was definitely not overpowered, but, you know, I'm not really sure if it's buff or nerf. It's definitely different. So let's start. Wall of Replica, which is his ultimate. Illusions take 300 damage. Previously it was 250, so they take more damage, okay? Wall of Replica with Aghanim bonus no longer creates allied illusions, which is definitely big nerf, because, you know, you would be like, why am I supposed to buy Aghanim right now? And the answer is that Wall of Replica Aghanim bonus now increases the illusion damage from 70, 80, 90, 70, 80, 90 to 100, 120 and 140% instead, which definitely, you know, the improvement level 1 of ulti with Aghanim is 30, level 2 is 40, and level 3 it's 50 improvement on damage for illusions that you are creating from enemy team. So you can definitely see it's, I don't know if it's buff or nerf, it's different. I think it will overall work fine, and it still be the ultimate item to buy. Doombringer is next, and there's only one thing. With the level death, there's improvement of the bonus damage that you deal if you are, you know, having right conditions about the level of your enemy that you casting your level of death. So you have to understand a spell to basically get the bonus damage. Right now, I don't want to talk about it. The improvement right now is just from 250 to 275. We get the next hero, the new one actually from the previous version, the Dragonus, the Skywrath Mage. His base intelligence was increased by 3. He definitely needs a lot of intelligence, so I understand this move. And next, first spell of his Arcane Bolt bonus intelligence damage increase from 1.6 times of your intelligence to 1.6 times of your intelligence. So there's definitely a little boost, you know, from 1.5 times your intelligence to 1.6 times your intelligence damage. Definitely a little boost, but definitely, you know, it's nice to have that. Arcane Bolt mana cost decreased from 90 to 70. Definitely it will be much more useful. Again, this hero is so much mana dependent that this is nice. The last thing is Conclusive Shot cooldown now scales from 20 to 20, 19, 18, 17. Again, buff. Level 4 is 17 cooldown, which is pretty nice. Okay, next hero is Atraxas, the Draw Ranger. Only thing changed, a little bit changed, is the Silence AoE increase from 275 to to 2 to 300, which is definitely, you know, improvement, because 25 sounds definitely great, and as you can see, it covers much more than before. Alright, we got the Ember Spirit, the hero that everybody hates to play and play against and loves to play for himself. Right now the armor was reduced by 1. By the way, everything was reduced almost. So armor is reduced by 1. Base strength decreased from 21 to 19, which means he's got a lower amount of HPs in the beginning. Right now the first spell, the Flame Guard, which is with what everybody was saying it's overpowered. Health Barrier, basically reducing magic damage. Previously it was 100, 250, 400 and 550. Right now it's a 50, 200, 350 and 500. So it's decreased by 50 every single level. Fire Remnant damage, which is the ultimate, decreased from 140, 180, 220 to 120, 160, 200, which means again this decreased every single level by 20. Searing Chains, which is the stun, or the stun that basically holds target for the amount of seconds of that level, it's decreased from 3 targets to 2 targets, meaning 2 units. It can be creep, it can be hero, so definitely it's a as you can see, only catches 2 heroes, not 3 of them. So definitely he was nerfed a lot, and I'm not really sure if it's necessary, but you know, that's not on me to decide. We get a thing with the Enigma that the black hole, previously you were able to get away from the black hole by force-staffing you, or your ally was force-staffing you. Right now it's not possible. What is in black hole can be moved. That was the only thing that was improved about the Enigma. Black hole can force-staff somebody out of there. We got the Furion, or the Nature's Prophet. We got 2 things. We got the teleportation right now. The mana cost is no longer decreases per level, which means it has constant mana cost, and it's 50. Level 150, level 450. So that's definitely nice. The other thing is the Wrath of Nature, which is ultimate. Mana cost increase from 150, 175, 200 to 150, 200 and 250. So by, you know, it's not a big deal actually, it's nothing crucial. You know, 175 on level 2 of the ultimate increased to 200, and 200 to 250 on level 16. Level 16 you will have items, so there is no big deal about that. Alright, we got a famous hero, the Goblin Shredder. Only thing changed is the Timber Chain damage increased from 80, 120, 160, 200. It's increased to 100, 140, 180, 220, which means again it's increased by 20 each level. It's pure damage, so definitely it is noticeable, let's say. Okay, Gyrocopter is next, and Rocket Barrage, which is the rockets that he's releasing around him, or you know, at some AoE. If you are standing around him, it damages you, and it's increased by 1 each level. So now it's level 4, it's 20. Homing Missile maximum damage is at 2k range, 2000 range, is increased by 10, 20, 30 and 40 for the next level. So the maximum is 440 at level 4 of that, you know, maximum range, which is 2000 range. Alright, we got the Invoker next, and definitely you can call it buff or you can call it nerf of the Invoker. I'm gonna call it nerf, but you know what, start with the buffs. Exort spells were most definitely buffed. Let's talk about the Sunstrike. Previously it was magical damage, meaning there was a reduction, magical reduction. Right now it's a pure damage. It does the damage, it's written there. So it's like 200, it does 200 damage exactly. That's definitely a big buff. The other thing about the Sunstrike is it reveals the location when you're casting it. So you know instantly if you are hitting the target or not. If the target is of course in a fog, you know instantly if you're hitting it or not. You can maybe use it to scout something, you know, Roshan Pit, whatever. Definitely very much useful ability. Chaos Meteor, the damage of that is increased by, previously it was 80 plus Exort times 30. Now it's 80 plus Exort times 35. Only thing that you need to know, it's much more. Chaos Meteor land time decreased from 1.5 to 1.3, and as you can see, if you played ever Invoker, this is much more faster. As you can see, it lands 1.3 seconds It's definitely different than 1.5, I have to say. It feels very, very fast, so it will be much more harder to dodge. So that's the exort spells. So the next thing is EMP. Every Vex spell EMP Tornado was nerfed. EMP can no longer hit tornadoed units. That's the combo that everybody knows, everybody uses. As you can see, I'm gonna show you at these little guys, and watch their manas, okay? Watch their manas. It's 377. I'm going for EMP tornado hits, and EMP hits when they are in the air. Right now in DotA 6.74, in the stable version, it doesn't count. They need to be on the ground when the EMP hits. Okay. And another thing about the Invoker and his Tornado EMP. EMP cooldown increased from 25 to 30, Tornado cooldown increased from 25 to 30, and Tornado damage is decreased. As I was saying, it's from 77.5 plus Vex and Quas times 23, now it's a 70 Vex Quas times 20. Which again means it's nerfed. All the thing you need to know, Vex Tornado was nerfed. And only on third try I was able to cast it properly, so he was basically coming down and I was able to land that EMP Tornado combo. So you can do it like we did, EMP Tornado, and basically it doesn't matter if he's on any air or not, it hits eventually or right away. Right now you have to time it properly. Probably just start with the Tornado and follow with the EMP, let's say 1 second, 2 seconds after Tornado you have to follow it with the EMP if you're going to go for that. So definitely buff of the Exort and nerf of the Vex and Quas, meaning Tornado EMP combo that is known and used by every single Invoker. Interesting. Next hero is a Keeper of the Light, and his mana leak stun duration was increased. First level 0.05, 0.1 next level 0.25, and the last one is 0.2. So it was a little increase the stun duration of the mana leak. Basically when they don't have mana, when you steal all their mana, it stuns. Little increase, nothing crucial. Alright, next hero is the Kanka, the Admiral, and Torrent AoE first of all was increased from 200 to 215, so there is an increase of 15. As you can see, torrent wise it's definitely pretty nice increase. The X marks spot cooldown decreases from 20 to 16, so depends, I'm not really sure if you're using that often, the X marks, so 20, 16, not really big difference for me. And the boat stuns for 1.5 seconds, 4 seconds, previously it was 1.2, so there's a 0.2 increase on the boat stun. Alright, next hero is Lanaya, the Templar Assassin, and there's only one change with the side blades. Bonus, the range increase from 40, 100, 160, 220 to 60, 120, 180 and 240, so there is a increase every level by 20. Definitely it's nice because the range really sucks about her because you're not really spelling that first, but definitely this is a nice addition to Lanaya, I think. Not really big deal, but it's nice. Next hero is a Legion Commander, again the new one. Definitely I think big thing. It doesn't seem like that, but I think it's a big thing. So Moment of Courage cooldown increased from 0.9 to 1.2. So 0.3 increase, which means 1/3 of the previous number, which is 0.9, is increased. So it's increased by 1/3 of that 0.3, which means it won't trigger right away. If it's 0.9 and it goes away 1, it triggers 2 times basically. This is kind of preventing that, so it's not that strong. You can pull off 2 or 3 Moment of Courages in a row. It's not really possible like that right now, or it's much more harder to pull that off, so definitely big nerf. And we got the Lina next, and with the Lina there's a buff with the Fire Soul, which is the after you casting spell, it gives you movement speed and it gives you attack speed, and each spell it goes for more attack speed, more movement speed. So there's an increase by 10 for the movements for the attack speed, for the attack speed is by 10 every level, and for the movement speed it's by 1% every level. So that was pretty nice buff. I would say, I'm actually getting the gameplay to the fastest, so you can see the fast, attack animation and movement speed. It's definitely great upgrade. I think 10 on the attack speed and 1% of the movement speed definitely is a big number, but Lina, we'll see if it will be anything crucial. So next hero is a lion, and only change is voodoo, which means the hex. So cooldown increased from 13 to 15, mana cost is increased level 1 by 15, level 2 by 10, level 3 by 5, and level 4 stays same on 200, which actually means that they want you to not really use it in the beginning because it costs so much mana, and maybe even level up the mana drain. And duration is increased 0.5 every level. So level 4 is a 4 seconds, which is pretty nice. We get a next hero, which is Luna. Moonglaive damage decrease per bounce and is decreased from 35% to 30, meaning you have 5% more damage on one glaive when it bounces than previously. So this is a buff for the Luna. Not really crucial one. 5%, yeah, not really that much. It's definitely just not, for the Luna. So next hero is a Magnator and a Skewer, which is the jump or ballistic jump, basically the roll that he does to approach you and ult you. Right now it will even cast, the range maximum is 900. It will, even if you cast it on range 2000, it will do the 900 range to that direction when you casted it. So not really sure if it's buff, if it's nerf. It's definitely just basically something that because you don't know what this 900 range, this kind of helps you even when you are approaching them. Just cast it and he will jump there. Next hero is Medusa, and I think it's important actually buff. Split shot, which means it's one skill, and right now it's you are taking 5 heroes or 5 units. It can be even creep with a split shot. Previously it was 4, so there's a 1 additional unit that you can attack with that. And of course I'm going to show you that the normal build for Naga Syrian is Manta style. Also the Manta style will hit 5 units, heroes, creeps. So at the same time you can hit every single thing, 15 things, or of course it won't be like that, but still definitely increase even for the Manta style. You think about that. So definitely, but I think pretty nice buff for the Medusa. Alright, next thing is a Morphling, and first of all, waveform now properly dodges projectiles. So if somebody casts something and you go for waveform, let's say stun, it should dodge that. That's my thinking. The other thing is that morph now grants first level will be 3 agility and strength. Second level will be 4 agility and strength, not like additional 4, just 4. Third level will be 5 agility and strength, and then the next level will be 6 agility and strength. As I'm going to show you by the mouse, people used to do waveform, maybe 1 stat for additional damage. Now what you might do is not go for stat, go for waveform and the morph right away, because it gives you those important stats. You don't have intelligence, but agility, strength, those are kind of the the morphing stats. So yeah, I definitely see that as a great buff. Next hero is a Naga Siren, and there's a different approach to her spell, and I agree, because Naga Siren was definitely harder and harder to play. Right now, what you do with that, you have Riptide, which decreases damage. Right now it's casted on area around you. As you can see, the area is big. So I will be showing you more with the illusions. There is something with illusion, but right now just watch the area. It's humongous, and it decreases every single target in that area. Creep hero is lowered, his armor is lowered, so this spell is becoming very useful. Now It even goes, as you can see, that there's a crazy AoE. Right now with the illusions, it works on a single illusion, so around every single illusion there's the same AoE as your main one. As you can see, I'm redistributing them on a map, and it covers whole map. So it's perfect for a situation that, you know, you are finding somebody, but those illusions actually gives you much more area effect, and I think it's a great buff. This spell is becoming kind of useful because it was hard to cast it. You need to cast it on target, and it took so much time. This is instant. So definitely great buff. Okay, our next thing is a Nairobian assassin. One spell of his was completely reworked, and what this spell does, okay, I'll read it actually. Temporarily enhances the assassin's chitinous armor with organic barbs, causing him to prevent and reflect the next player-based damage instant, and stuns the target last 4.5 seconds, meaning the effect of that before somebody hits you, it lasts 4.5 seconds. The stun is scaling 0.5, 0.6, 1.2, 1.8, 2.4. Definitely interesting thing, and what it actually do, it can be complicated, but it doesn't, it's not actually. What it does, the spell, it stuns you when you attack it or cast spells. So it's attack and spell. Now I'm activating it, and if he would be stunning me and I had to activate it, I would avoid the stun or reflect the stun. Stun wouldn't do anything to me, he would be stunned because there's that, you know, stun when he attacks you, when he casts something on you. Let's say Lion's ulti, Huskar is jumping on you, Huskar can jump on you, you activate that, he doesn't do any damage, he's stunned, he's got lower HPs, and he's fucked, because you cannot follow up with the Vendetta, Impale, Mana Burn, and kill him instantly. It's one attack or one spell that is on target on you, so it's like Lion is casting the finger, you have it activated, and you're avoiding it, reflecting it, stunning him, and then can follow up with the rest of your spells. Definitely great thing. Not really sure if it's better than these, you know, the bugs, because, you know, it was definitely useful for runes, checking out the Roshan, everything, basically map control. This is a little different. Next thing is Ogre Magi. Great buff, I think. Interesting one. Right now, as you can see, he's got the Aghanim Scepter effect back. What it does, it doesn't give you much more multicast. It just gives you different ability. It gives you ability called Fire Blast, second Fire Blast, completely independent on your first one, so you have two separate stuns. Of course, the Aghanim Scepter increases even your Bloodlust, Ignite, and the Fire Blast multicast. So right now you have two independent stuns, both of them can multicast. And yes, it sounds strong, it is. It is most definitely strong. The mana cost is very high, it's 400, but with the Aghanim, I think you will be, with the mana boots, you will be able to cast it. And it is strong, it is definitely strong. I'll be showing you the multicast on that. So there's one stun, there's a second stun, as you can see, multicast both of them, and he's down. Just like that. So you can see definitely, right now the Aghanim will be back on Ogre Magi, trust me, and it will piss you off even more than previously, because, you know, one stun, multicast like crazy. That's annoying, but he's got two stuns. Right now, as you can see, it's insane. So yeah, definitely great buff for the Ogre Magi. Next hero is a more threat, the Phantom Assassin. Two things: Phantom Strike, cast range increased from, you know, some numbers. It's not scaling, it's now stable 1000 range. Phantom Strike cooldown rescaled from 20, 15, 10, 5 to 14, 11, 8, 5. So definitely in the beginning you have much more smaller cooldown. And following it up with that, we got the Priestess of the Moon, Mirana, Moonlight Shadow, which is the ulti, cooldown decreased from 180, 160, 140 to 160, 140, 120, so it's a little buff, very little. We got a puck right now. Definitely big things with the puck. First of all, phase shift autocast is removed. That is important to say. Right now the Ethereal Jaunt, which is the you cast the orb, and the jaunt is basically the ability to port where the orb is. it now dodges properly the projectiles, meaning when you orb away and of course port away with that ethereal jaunt, you're not gonna get hit, let's say that. Phase shift mana cost is gone. It doesn't cost you any mana, which is definitely a big improvement. And level 4 of the phase shift is increased by 2.5 seconds, so now it's the phase shift is a 3.25 seconds. And last thing, Aghanim upgraded Dream Coil no longer increases the mana cost from the base spell. That's it for a pack. Definitely great improvement. I like the phase shift that doesn't cost any mana. Great. Next we got a Pugna, and Decrify cast range increased from some numbers, doesn't really matter right now because it's changed. There's a stable number 700, which is the max number for level 4 previously. So you have the max range from beginning. The second thing is a life drain. Damage increased from 100, 150, 200 to 220, 260, 200. So in the beginning it's stronger, in the end it's the same. With the Aghanim definitely improves. Also by 5 first level, 15 second level, and 25 third level. So definitely nice increase of the life drain and damage, of course. Next thing is a Queen of Pain. There is only one thing. Shadow Strike initial damage increased from 50, 70, 70, 100 to 50, 75, 100, 125. Which, you know, initial damage, I don't think this is anything worthy of talking about. It's very small. The Queen of Pain doesn't really need any, you know, buffs, so this is just so Queen of Pain gets something. Next we got the Razor. Unstable Current damage increased from 40, 60, 80, 100 to 40, 70, 100 and 130. So higher level, higher damage. Okay, next we got a Goblin Techies, or I got a Goblin Techies. There's an improvement of a range from 650 to 700, and now I'm showing you the range, which is definitely I was not even able to see him, and that was the range. So definitely great improvement. He needs something like that. I would appreciate much more damage on him. Oh, we are rushing. Nevermore, Shadow Fiend, Necromastery now. This is an important update. Necromastery now gives you 6 souls for killing a hero instead of 1, like it was previously. What is important? Necromastery soul count increased from 8, 6, 24, 32 to 12, 20, 28, 36. You will do more damage, and more damage on your ulti. Definitely great buff. Alright, we got a Sniper, and headshot damage is changed. It's increased from 30, 30, 40, 50 to 30, 40, 50 and 60. So, you know, definitely increased, but you know, it's by 10 on the highest level. 50, 60, not really big deal. Alright, we got a Storm Spirit, the Panda in Dota 1, Mexican in Dota 2. A Ball Lightning, which is ultimate, now properly dodges projectiles. So if you are doing this, as I'm doing, you should be able to dodge attack, range attack when it's flying, and of course spells. That's what I'm thinking about. It was not possible previously. We got a Tinker, and only one thing, March of the Machines. The duration was 5, now the duration is 6.74, is 6 seconds. It's definitely visible, as you can now see. I think you can feel it that it's much more longer, which is definitely fine with the rearming. You can do much more better things, kill maybe more creeps, defend better, so definitely great update and buff. Now we got Troll Warlord, that is only in Dota 1 so far. Battle Trance, which is his ultimate, attack speed bonus increased from 60, 100, 140 to 60, 120, but now 180 on the highest level, which means level 3 of the ultimate. So 180 and 140 previously, that's a big difference, a big difference of 40 attack speed bonus, which is a lot. So definitely great, you know, for the, it's not just for him, it's for whole team. You have to think about that. 180 attack bonus speed for whole team, level 16. So definitely, yeah, I can see, you know, I can see that they want to buff him, like, you know, make him look much more important for the team, which right now he can be. Yeah, with the 180, that's a great buff. That's a great buff. We got a Viper, and poison attack damage increased from 6, 12, 18, 24 to 10, 16, 22 and 28, so by 4 every level. Right now the poison attack was not the passive damage, the poison after that was not able to kill enemy because it was not like a lethal damage, lethal passive damage, let's say, like a Venomancer's the coil. Right now it can kill the target. It's basically lethal damage, the passive, but as you can see, Centaur is down. It's just because the passive damage after that was, borbing him. Alright, next one, or it's a second last one. We got the Visage. We got the armor of the we got the Gravekeeper's Cloak. Recovery time decreased from some numbers to 12, 10, 8, 6. So every level it was decreased by 2. So definitely buff, a little one, but still it's a buff. Familiar's armor, which are your gargoyles, increased from 0 on a level 1. Right now the level 1 of your ultimate gargoyle has armor still 0. Level 2 right now has armor 2. And level 3 gargoyle or familiar, whatever, has armor right now armor 2. Definitely great update for Visage. Alright, next one is Warlock, and that's the last one hero that we show you, or showing you what changed. There's a change of Shadow Ward duration increased from 8 to 9, so 1 second more duration. Definitely it was not really used a little recently that much, not really sure if it will be. There are maybe different spells that are much more useful than the Shadow Ward right now. There is a change with the Immolation damage, which is the burning damage around him, around your Infernal. So it's increased by 10 every level. So right now the numbers are 30 level 1, 40 level 2 of the Infernal, and 50 level 3 of the Infernal. So definitely good for chasing, good for passively killing creeps. We'll see, it's a little buff, but still, who plays Warlock, then definitely he can appreciate it. Okay, welcome, this is my second part of this video, and the last one. I think I'll be showing you the gameplay changes, what important happened, and basically let's start it. I won't be showing the items because that's not really that important. There are little buffs there and there, nobody really cares about that. So right now, the change of the courier, it costs less, the normal one. It was previously 175, now it's 150. On the other hand, the flying courier was 200 and now it's 220. So there's not really that much change. It costs less to buy, the first courier, and the flying courier costs more. So I think it's definitely, like if we be talking about a buff or nerf, this is kind of a buff because the hardest thing for people is to buy courier first. The flying courier is just additional thing, and 20 won't kill you in the end, but the 25 in the beginning, that's not actually that bad to have additional 25 gold. So there's an increase of that, and the flying courier has one special ability, and it's to go to the secret shop. So you don't have to micro like awkwardly like that. Only thing you can play with your hero, click on courier F, and he's flying to the secret shop right away. I'm thinking he's flying to the closest secret shop because he kind of stops his movement, as you can see, and he's basically searching the program or script, searching for the closest shop that he's gonna go for. So that's the change with the courier. Another change, I think biggest change, and keep in mind this is a stable version, meaning it will be implemented in Dota 2, maybe even the week after I'm making this video. It can be like that because this is a stable version, this will be implemented in Dota 2. So what is very important to say, there is no fog of war that you can port. As you can see, it's a lighter, so it means you can pour wherever you are. You see the towers, you see the buildings right away, and that is big thing in Dota 2. One of the biggest things since I think all the updates or everything, because there's a Furion, that's why I picked him as a prophet. Now what you can do is this. And this seems stupid, but you have to think that previously, let's say you want to kill a courier of enemy team, okay? You know the courier was flying, let's say, you know, he gave him items, so you kind of, you know, understand that for if your courier is flying here, let's say you got Shadow Blade, you port with the Shadow Blade, because it kills on one hit. So I will show you the whole thing. Hold on. Okay, we are back. I got the Lothar in Dota 1, Shadow Blade in Dota 2. So right now there's no Fog of War, okay? Team bought a courier, of course. They got flying courier. You saw him that he's flying to the base. You know that he's gonna be in the base. In Dota 1 you can do it. In Dota 2 I'm not really sure. But other than that, let's see, the courier is flying. You go for that. Shadow Blade. Okay, now I'm invisible, by the way. And you can snipe the courier. Or you go Shadow Blade right now, snipe the courier, and 175 gold for your team. Which, you know, definitely that, I think this Fog of War is a big thing right now. You can port wherever you are if you're hunting somebody. Previously, if you would be running here, you couldn't get him. Now I can port wherever I want with the Furion, which is a big increase, and I'm definitely excited about what we're gonna see with that. Like how it will be changed gameplay. I would definitely think it will be changing the gameplay. So that's the main thing that I think it was, you know, 6.74. I think this is the main thing, that there's no Fog of War that you can't port, that you can't see what's there. You can't see from beginning a whole map basically. And you know, there are actually little changes, like cheese doesn't really require mana. It required, I think, 5 mana. There's a few changes about some creeps, like there's a girl with the lighting, so storm or lighting, you know, chain lighting spell. It's definitely increased something damage, cooldowns, and of course some creeps are, you know, HP wise increased, but that's not really important for us as the players. This Fog of War I think is the biggest thing, and one more thing is the CM mode. Finally, I have to say, Icefrog is getting out of his shell, let's say, and he's getting those new heroes like Rubik, Troll, which is the Disruptor. He's even calling him just the Disruptor, because in Dota 2 he will be called just Disruptor, because the copyright of the Blizzard. And Wisp. He's getting them into CM mode. I have to say, this is the way how to do it. You know, don't listen to anybody who is telling you that these heroes are too strong, they can be, you know, in the CM mode. Bullshit. You create them, they should be there. And I think because of Dota 2 right now, he's going to implement every single hero into CM mode very soon. So definitely a good choice there, and I agree with his decision to you know, implement, as they are kind of, you know, tested, like, you know, overall tested, everything works like it should. They should be right away in the CM mode. And talking about the CM mode, let's take a look. So now we have a Rubik, as you can see, very nice. I'm very excited if somebody from, you know, the top tier teams, you know, tournament worthy teams, or in the tournaments will pick him. I have a feeling he was definitely nerfed a lot, but I have a feeling that he might be there because he's definitely situational. Almost every hero, I'm saying almost every hero, has some ability that he can rewrite the last spell, meaning Tide, let's say Ravage. He can do the Anchor Smash. And you know, Rubik will have Anchor Smash, not much he can do about that, or with that. So, Patch, you know, Hook, he can root after that, it counts as a last action, the rot. So, it's definitely situational, it's hard to steal a good spell. I played, you know, few Invoker, Rubiks, and definitely it's very hard to steal a good spell. You know, if it depends on the player that you play against, and as I'm saying, in the higher tier, top tier levels, definitely, you know, it won't be like he hooks, and then he will basically let the last spell be hook forever. He will do right away the rot, and it's rewrited. Tide will do the Anchor Smash, it's rewrited. Leech will do the armor, again, rewrite it. So we'll see. Next hero that was implemented is a Wisp, and of course she's an agility hero. Strange hero. Oh, there we go. Wow, I'm confused in Dota 1 because I'm playing so much Dota 2. There's a Wisp, very strong, you know, ambushing ability is insane with the patch, with the move speed, everything. You know, you just wait for the Wisp to be picked or banned. She will be definitely banned a lot. Definitely she's a very good, you know, team player, ganger, awesome. Last guy is actually a Disruptor or Troll. Just Disruptor in Dota 2. very strong, I think. Very, very strong. He's got Disable, very easy spell to cast, which is the ultimate that basically silence whole area. It's every single spell of his is basically instantly cast, so it's so fast, you know. You can cast 3 abilities in like not even 2 seconds. So definitely, I think he will be picked. He might be surprised even for teams because you get everything. You get Kinetic Field, which holds enemy in one place. Not much they can do about it. Maybe Force Staff works. Who knows? I'm not really sure if Force Staff works. If it just won't just bounce you back, we'll see. You can bring your, you know, somebody's escaping. You can bring him back to some certain position that he was before 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Then you can go for Kinetic Field, ulti that will silence everybody in that range of the Kinetic Field. And then there's a lighting like a nuke, so I think he might be surprised of the CM mode or in the tournaments, because I think he's very strong. We'll see, definitely, but as I said, I'm 100% agree, I'm 100% agreeing with the changes. Just getting those heroes in the CM pool, it has to be there. You know, have some pride in what you do. Don't let teams tell you that this is too strong. No, it's not. It was tested. It's not too strong. It's in a game, period. So that was it, I think, from my, you know, perspective. 6.74. It's a stable version. So very soon these changes will be implemented in Dota 2, maybe this week, meaning the week coming with a new update, which will be Wednesday, probably. I'm saying probably. Which could mean a lot. Meaning, of course, not the Rubik. There won't be the Disruptor. There won't be Wisp. But you know, the changes like with heroes that are in there. So yeah, I mean, definitely good version. I'll be playing very soon Dota 1, so I'll be showing you a few things like, you know, a few heroes. Definitely, I'll be showing you how they play right now. And yeah, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. That, you know, took actually pretty much a lot of work to do so. Thanks for watching.